Welcome to Fast Effect. This is round 2 of our F&M. Round 1 actually didn't quite come out right, so apologies to whoever played on camera there in round 1. That match is not going to be showing up. A little bit of configuring needs to be done to get the Discord windows into OBS here for the recording, and it just wasn't set up properly. So Matthew on Pox, leading out with Thoughtseize versus Peter on Esper Vial, and this could be quite a grindy matchup. Both of these decks known for being grindy. Esper Vial, kind of a death and taxes for people that don't want to auto-lose. 2 combos on the first turn, gives you the ability to have Force of Will, and much of the same DNA. The new Vindicate on a stick has proven to be a very solid card for death and taxes, Esper Vial, and also even Spirits. I mean, it's got a lot of power for a 3-mana body that also exiles a permanent that costs 4 or less. Non-land permanent, but still. That basic swamp mana base is going to be rock solid for Matthew. And he's firing off a Dark Ritual. Let's be a Lily. It is. And she is going to start shredding both players' hands. Pox players happiest when nobody's playing Magic. As Source to Plowshares goes to the bin. And now a Thoughtseize. Recruiter of the Guard or Soul Herder, I think it is. Recruiter is taken out. And Peter scooping it up, I believe. No, is he fetching? He's fetching. Okay. I thought he scooped it up. That seemed a little premature. He's going to fetch, and he's going to look to land a creature and have it get edicted. Slow things down. Liliana can kill a somewhat steady supply of creatures. Oh, and Cabal Pit is actually pretty brutal. Oh, Lilies. Tag team Lilies here. Liliana the Veil and the Last Hope. That is not ideal for Peter at all. These are some very real permanents to have to contend with. Cabal Pit. Boy, I don't know what I just witnessed there. It looked like Cabal Pit was used to draw a card. Didn't quite follow that, but regardless, Peter's scooping it up to the pair of Planeswalkers. Not a whole lot of way of getting out of that when you're trying to win with creatures. It's going to be very difficult. Now, a Aether Vial could have been part of that mix, but eventually Liliana the Last Hope is going to be able to put you in a situation where you're sacrificing permanents, and it's very, very difficult to come back from that. But Aether Vial, going to be one of the important cards in this matchup. It can kind of sidestep the bigger issues of being mana screwed, and can also make all of those top decks potentially live. Esper Vial able to play with a Vial at 3 pretty effectively. And there it is, that Aether Vial for Peter off of a Tundra. A little bit vulnerable to land destruction. I mean, all of the lands are basically up for grabs when you're playing against Pox. Small Pox can definitely ruin the best laid plans. But it is more vulnerable in the sense that Wasteland can take it out. Peter now vialing. Alright, this is some fireworks. So we got a fetch land, response, Dark Ritual, Opposition Agent. Peter responding with a Brainstorm, and he really, really needs to hit a Force of Will here, or this game is going to unravel immediately. He needs a Force. Oh, wow. It's happening. It's happening, everyone. We've got an Opposition Agent stealing this fetch. That is just brutal. And opposition agent is going to be able to attack at some point. Not actually sure how Matthew's going to want to play it. You really don't want to have this get struck down by like a Thalia or something. Liliana. And we're going to be plussing. And a Baleful Strix also feels pretty bad. Eesh. So Baleful Strix should actually be dead. Should trade with the opposition agent. Unless he's gonna like Swords to Plowshares the... No, I mean that would go to exile. I'm not sure why we've got a bird still on board. And Liliana has been taken out. Yeah, what are we doing here? That is not a Thalia. I mean, Thalia would have cleanly killed opposition agent. I believe it's a 3/2. Eliminate takes out the Skyclave Apparition, getting a 3/3. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Skyclave usually just shows up and ruins things. Usually part of the touchdown dance at the end of the game, piling on for extra damage. Here, it actually gets out of the way and helps the other team with a 3/3. Yeah, this bird really has me... Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something. I am watching this for the first time and on double speed, so that is well within the realm of possibilities. Can't think of it, though. Well, we've got a blasted... or blast zone that can eventually take out this Baleful Strix. Or Liliana's Triumph will also do the job. 3/3 sends. No Vial action from Peter. Vial, in Esper Vial, probably going to be most comfortable at 3. And Death and Taxes often, it's a decision to go from 2 to 3. I mean, generally you're going to end up at 3 because you're going to be using your Recruiter of the Guards, and then Flicker Wisp is very, very important to the deck. But there are times where you really want to have access to multiple uses on 2 for Stoneforge Mystics and Thalias, the ability to bounce Karakas with Karakas and then replay Thalia. It is a little bit more of a loss to go to a Vial at 3 in Death and Taxes. Here, it feels like that's just going to be not nearly as much of a concern. Recruiter of the Guard just being cast. That Aether Vial. Oh, and Charming Prince. I'm going to pause and read his modes. Mostly going to be another Flicker Wisp. And it looks like a Liliana's Triumph in response. We'll have to see how this plays out to figure out what it is in response to. If Charming Prince is on the battlefield, then Recruiter of the Guard is going to have to go. Or, I'm sorry, if it's not. If it is on the battlefield, then Charming Prince would likely be the thing to go away. So it looks like Charming Prince allowing for some scrying. And Nether Spirit, love that card. Played it back in the day quite a bit. Nether hops, using Jokel hops to just blow up all of the lands, and the only permanent coming back each turn would be Nether Spirit. Good times. Good times. Ran Wildfire in that deck as well. Actually, no, I didn't run it in that deck. I think I just ran Obliterate and Jokel hops in that deck. Wildfire was a different deck. That I was running Terravore with Oath of Druids. That was some spice. All right, well, we've got a opposition agent coming down, trading, and Liliana currently unchecked on board, and a legitimate win condition on her own. She can tick up until she can actually create a horde of zombies, but Skyclave Apparition taking her down as well. Nether Spirit returning to the battlefield, and will continue to do so until exiled. This Blast Zone getting ready to take out Skyclave Apparition and temporarily Nether Spirit. Oh no, we're actually going to use a Smallpox. Pete going to respond with a Swords to Plowshares, so Nether Spirit has actually been handled now. But a 3/3 returns. Yeah, this is a real knockdown, drag out fight. Attacking for 3. And that is going to do the final 3 damage. Oh, looks like... Oh, they're going to the companion app. There we go. So, eventually, Nether Spirit and friends actually getting there, and a really grindy matchup. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.